Hey, Milo, where on earth are you and why are you not at work? You just disappeared without saying a word.
Good afternoon, Daisy.
Don't give me that calm tone. What about the documents I asked you to prepare? Are they done? You really are hopeless sometimes. So slow.
I'm sorry, but what documents are you referring to?
Don't play dumb with me. I left them on your desk this morning, didn't I? There was a sticky note on top that clearly said, finish by noon today. But you've been missing since the start of the day. You're not even in sales. There's no reason for you to be out of the office. Where the hell are you goofing off?
I'm actually on approved leave today.
What?
I submitted my vacation request in advance, and I got your stamp of approval on the paperwork. I also marked my leave on the department's shared schedule board.
Then go ahead and cancel it and come back to the office right now.
Excuse me?
Seriously, you're going to make us miss the afternoon meeting. Get moving already.
I'm sorry, but I can't come in.
And why not?
Because I'm currently at my family's home in Wisconsin.
What?
The leave I requested was specifically to attend my grandfather's 3rd death anniversary. That's why I traveled back here.
So you'll be back tomorrow, right?
No, not quite. It's a long drive from Wisconsin, and I won't be able to make it back today and still be in shape for work tomorrow. That's why I applied for 2 full days off, today and tomorrow.
You mean you're not coming in tomorrow either?
I believe I explained all of this when I submitted the request. You reviewed it, didn't you? You stamped it yourself. You confirmed the dates.
That's not the point.
I apologize, but I need to drive soon. It's getting late and I have a long road ahead.
Wait.
I really have to go now. I'll talk to you when I'm back.
Hold on a second. What about the work I gave you? You were supposed to finish that report that's due tomorrow. Milo! Milo, do you have a minute?
Good afternoon, Daisy. What can I help you with?
I just uploaded the files for the task I want you to handle tomorrow. It's in the cloud. You can access it anytime.
What?
Our department's work can all be done remotely, can't it? As long as you've got a laptop, there's no reason you can't chip away at it during your free time. So get it done. Just ping me once you've started.
Actually, I didn't bring my laptop with me.
Excuse me?
That's kind of the point, isn't it? I'm on vacation. And while I'm off, the manager agreed to temporarily take over my workload.
What? The manager?
Yes, if you want to assign me work while I'm on leave, you'll need to discuss it with the section chief first. When I return, he'll be handing over anything that needs my attention.
But, I mean...
Also, Daisy...
What now?
I think it's time you stop dumping your own responsibilities onto your subordinates.
Excuse me?
Do you really think I haven't noticed? You've been pushing off the work you were assigned by the manager and even the department head. And then once the rest of us get it done, you present it like it was your own, like you handled it all by yourself.
So what if I did?
You can pretend all you want, but eventually the truth gets out. That kind of thing doesn't stay hidden forever.
You've got a lot of nerve.
I didn't want to have to say it this way, but Carter, who's been stuck handling most of the work you offload, is staying late nearly every night to finish things he was never supposed to be handling in the first place. And Seth? He's only been here 5 months, still new, but you shoved a task on him that no newcomer should have been forced to take on. He looked completely overwhelmed. He came to me nearly in tears asking for help. I stepped in because it was too much for him. So please, I'm asking you to reevaluate the way you've been treating your role and your team.
Who do you think you are? You don't even have a title and you're talking like you're my superior.
You can think whatever you want about me. This isn't personal, it's about the work. And the way things are right now, the imbalance in responsibilities is hurting team performance. That's why I said something.
If you're my subordinate, then it's your duty to do the work I give you.
Carter and Seth and I, We're not your personal assistants. We work under the same team, but we all answer to the section chief and the department head too, not just you.
Hold on.
And like I said earlier, if there's a task that really needs handling by tomorrow, please speak with the section chief. Now, if you'll excuse me, my father's calling. We're in the middle of a family matter.
Don't you dare walk away from me. You think you can just defy your superior like that? Milo!
Milo, sorry to bother you while you're on vacation. Do you have a moment? Oh, Stephen, good morning. Good morning. Is something wrong? Did something happen at work? No, nothing work-related. It's, something else entirely. Oh, all right. What's going on? I was wondering if you could take a look at my daughter's computer. Ah, do you mean the custom PC I helped you build a while back? That's the one. She's been using it more heavily lately. Apparently, she installed a drawing program and a video editing app. But ever since then, she says the computer's been running really slow. It's getting frustrating for her. Ah, I see. It sounds like the software is too heavy for the current specs. Maybe the memory or processing power aren't keeping up. Yeah, that's what I figured. Do you think there's anything you can do? Maybe some upgrades or tweaks? Well, I can't say anything definite without checking it out properly, but it doesn't sound like anything too serious. I'm fairly confident we can get it running better. That's a relief. I told her if anyone could help, it'd be you. I'll do my best. When would you like me to take a look? Is it all right if I bring it to the office tomorrow? I'll have her pack it up and I'll drop it off before lunch. Yes, that works perfectly. I'll be back at work the day after tomorrow, but I can swing by and pick it up if needed, or check it on my off hours if you're in a rush. No, there's no major rush. She's just frustrated because she's been really into her digital art and was trying out some editing for a school project. She got all excited and then hit a wall when everything started lagging. I hate seeing her discouraged. That's understandable. Sometimes these creative tools demand a lot from the system, especially the newer versions. But I'll take a look and see if we can either optimize what she has or maybe recommend a reasonable upgrade. You're a lifesaver. I appreciate it, Milo. Of course. Happy to help. It's kind of funny, you know. You built that thing from scratch and it's held up great so far, but leave it to kids to push it to its limits within a year. Yeah, that sounds about right. They get curious, start creating, and next thing you know, they're rendering full-blown videos on mid-tier hardware. Exactly. And of course, she didn't tell me any of this until it was borderline unusable. Classic. I'll take care of it. Just have her back up anything important, just in case. Will do. I'll tell her to copy anything essential to her cloud drive before I bring it in. Great. I'll message you once I've taken a look under the hood. Thanks again, Milo, and sorry again for bugging you during your time off. No worries at all. It's a nice change of pace from the usual work stuff. I owe you one. You've helped me plenty. Happy to return the favor. All right then, see you tomorrow. See ya.
Milo, you really messed up this time, didn't you?
Good morning, Daisy. What exactly did I mess up?
I just got to the office a few minutes ago, and I was shocked, let me tell you. Your computer, it's completely soaked in Coke. Sticky, fizzy disaster.
Excuse me? My computer?
Don't tell me. Did you forget a bottle of soda on your desk before you left yesterday? Maybe it tipped over. I don't know what happened, but that machine, never seen it before, mind you, looks expensive. But since it's here at the office, I figured it must be company property, right? That's when I thought, oh no, maybe it's got all the meeting data saved on it, and now it's totally fried. How do you plan to explain that, huh? What a mess. Honestly, wow, you really did it this time.
Just to clarify, are you talking about a silver and black desktop computer?
Yeah, that's the one. big thing sitting right there in the middle of your desk, or what's left of it.
Right. That's not my computer.
What?
And for the record, I had it carefully wrapped in protective plastic to make sure no one tampered with it or spilled anything on it. So unless someone deliberately unwrapped it...
Wait, hold on.
Also, may I ask, why are you at the office today?
Huh? Because I came to work. Why else?
Daisy, starting today, the entire company is on remote work. That includes our department. It was in the announcement last week.
It starts today?
Yes. Only a few folks from the coding sales team are scheduled to drop by later this afternoon, and the president himself said he'd be swinging by briefly.
I thought that was from tomorrow.
Nope, starting today. Also, everyone in our department is issued laptops, not desktops, so that machine on the desk isn't company issued. And considering it was clearly wrapped in protective covering, didn't it occur to you that maybe, just maybe, it wasn't yours to mess with?
Well, I mean, it was sitting on your desk, so...
Sure, I get that much, but how do you explain the wrapping being torn off? How do you explain the fact that it's now drenched in Coke?
I mean, it was just already soaked when I saw it.
Before you go any further, let me clarify something. That computer belongs to someone else, and I left it there on purpose.
Wait, what? Whose is it?
It's the president's daughter's computer.
What?
Yes, she's been using a custom PC that I built for her a while back. The president asked me to upgrade the memory this week. I finished the upgrade yesterday, but since he was out of the office all day and I'd be working remotely starting today, I left it on my desk so he could pick it up when he stops by.
Wait. Why the hell is the president's daughter's PC sitting on your desk?
Because he asked me to build it. It's a custom rig. I'm pretty good with hardware, and this isn't the first time I've helped out. I wrapped it carefully after I finished the work so nothing would happen to it. The president and I agreed that he'd collect it himself this morning.
I never even saw it during working hours yesterday.
That's because I kept it locked in my storage locker. I only brought it out and placed it on my desk right before I left. You probably didn't see it because you clocked out the moment the end of day chime rang. But several of our co-workers stayed late. They saw me bring the PC out and even came over to ask about it. I told them whose it was.
Wait, so I'm the only one who didn't know?
Yes, apparently so.
Are you saying you think it was me who spilled the Coke?
Yes.
Excuse me? That's ridiculous. For all you know, someone else could have come in last night. An intruder. Ever consider that?
Sure, except that the president himself already checked the security camera footage.
What? The president?
Yes! While we've been having this little chat, I got in touch with him, told him what happened. He was already commuting to the office, so he pulled the security footage remotely.
And...
According to him, there's clear footage showing you, Daisy, walking straight up to my desk, ripping off the wrapping from the computer, and pouring a bottle of Coke right on top of it.
That's absurd. That can't be true.
I'm afraid it is. And you know the president, he's extremely protective of his daughter.
So, what now?
Well, judging by the time, I'd say he'll be arriving any minute now. You might want to prepare yourself. After that incident, Daisy never responded again. Not a single message, no apology, no attempt to explain, nothing. And honestly, I wasn't surprised in the slightest, because the real storm came right after. Our company president completely lost it when he found out. You see, the laptop that Daisy had destroyed wasn't just any company-issued device. It belonged to the president's daughter, who'd been using it for her university thesis and some startup project work. There were months' worth of documents, research files, and sensitive data on that machine. Daisy had taken it home under the pretense of installing some optional optimization software to make it run faster, something no one asked her to do in the first place. Fortunately, I had taken the liberty of backing up all the data to a shared drive the week before. That backup was the only reason we didn't lose everything. But what really sealed Daisy's fate was what she did next. For some baffling reason, after accidentally spilling an entire bottle of Coke over the laptop, she tried to turn it on. Not just once, but multiple times. The internal circuitry was fried, the motherboard was gone, and the battery short-circuited so badly it bloated the casing. It was total and irreversible damage. In the emergency meeting that followed, the president was calm, at least outwardly, but his eyes were cold. He laid out the terms directly. Daisy would be responsible for purchasing a replacement laptop of the exact same specifications fully out of her own pocket. No exceptions. And not just any laptop. His daughter had customized the original with high-end components suitable for video editing, coding, and design software. Basically, we were talking about a professional-grade machine. I was brought in again to source the parts and rebuild the custom unit. When I submitted the estimated cost, it came out to $3,500, including parts, accessories, and the time it would take to assemble and install everything. The president looked it over, nodded once, and added an extra fee to compensate me for the inconvenience. It was generous, honestly. To be fair, the cost wasn't unbearable. Daisy could have covered it with some savings, maybe a short-term loan. But I think that's when everything started to unravel for her. After the financial hit, her work performance plummeted. She started pushing off her responsibilities onto others, missing deadlines, and avoiding team meetings. Every small mistake she made was met with cold stares and whispers behind her back. The atmosphere around her grew suffocating. No one trusted her, and frankly, no one wanted to work with her anymore. She tried to keep up appearances at first, acting like nothing was wrong, but the guilt, the pressure, and the isolation must have caught up with her. It wasn't long before she handed in a resignation letter, claiming she wanted to pursue other opportunities. No one believed that for a second. And just like that, she was gone, packed up her desk on a Friday evening and slipped out without a word. Word later got around that she'd moved back in with her parents. She's not working, not studying, not even looking for a job. From what I hear, she rarely leaves the house, spending most of her time sleeping, browsing the internet, or watching TV. A full-blown recluse.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Adriana, are you there? This is your old friend Abigail. Long time no see. Huh? Abigail? I guess I forgot to block your number, so I'll go ahead and do that now. Bye-bye. Now, hold your horses there, Adriana. Are you actually still upset at me for everything that happened 8 years ago? And on an even more serious note, do you still have things going on with your ex-boyfriend that I stole from you back then? Gross. That guy was from all the way back in high school, Adriana. But I guess those were the best years of your life, huh? That's sad to think about, really. That's not it at all. I'm just upset still by the fact that you stole my ex-boyfriend back in the day, but neither of you told me until senior year, and then when I found out, he left me for you. So why would I have any interest in that guy after what you both did to me? Oh, right. Well, whatever then, I guess. And anyway, right now, what I've come to talk about has nothing to do with that drama. And what's that? I heard that you're married now. And what about that? Well, it just so happens that something went on at the class reunion from half a year ago. And? How does the class reunion have anything to do with the fact that I'm married? Your husband came to that class reunion. Really? Well, at the time, I heard that the two of you were married while he was there, and I just wanted to let you know that I might have to steal another man from you. And at the time, I wasn't able to find you anywhere at the reunion to tell you. But I guess it's already too late, because everything went exactly as I said. So that class reunion and me being married, what do they have to do with one another? So I'm saying your husband is now my man to keep. No, because my husband has never gone to any class reunions. Huh? And even if he did, he wasn't in the same class as us, so he would have never been invited to the event in the first place. Wait, are you starting to freak out already? I'm sure realizing that I have now stolen 2 men from you in your lifetime is a pretty hard fact to swallow, but come on, you shouldn't lie to me about where he's been. I'm not lying, though. All right. Then I guess I'll get all my facts straight and show you that you're lying. I know that at the event, I took your 7-figures-a-year man and brought him back home with me for the night. So I'm really sorry for stealing your man again. A salary of 7 figures. I'd really like it if you guys hurry up and get divorced, please and thank you. I'm still confused by who you're talking about right now. All right, I've already told you everything you need to know. See ya! Wait a sec, Abigail! I'm back again, Adriana. This is the gal that's been having a very romantic relationship with your husband, Abigail. What? I can't believe how amazing a man your husband really is. It's already awesome having his income of 7 figures, but the way our love matches each other so well, it must mean we have been destined to be with each other forever. So I think it's about time for you to divorce him and leave for me. And that's why I said this before. My husband was not in the same class as us. Whoever you're talking about right now has nothing to do with me and is for sure not my husband. Who even is the guy you're on about? You already know his name, so I'm not going to go through the trouble of saying it for you. Well, if you don't tell me who he is, then this conversation is going to go nowhere. Well, if I have to. His name is James. James? I don't really know who that is. Well, I guess there was one guy named James in our class, but to be honest, I can't even remember what his face looked like. Oh? Are you trying to act dumb for me now? There's no way a wife would ever be forgetting her husband's name like that. Well, that's why I'm saying that I don't know who that guy is, Abigail. My husband does not have that name, okay? Fine, then why don't you tell me your husband's name then? Well, even if I tell you, you won't know who he is. Oh, so you're too afraid to tell me. So in other words, your husband is James. Fine, I'll tell you. My husband's name is Leo. Leo? Really? Leo? Yeah, that's my husband's name. And I'm sure you don't know who he is, right? Hold on, Adriana. I think I see what you're doing here. And what do you think I'm trying? I get it. I'll play along and believe you. Man, this is so crazy after all. Abigail? Well, if you're just going to keep playing dumb and lying to me, I'll have to change my tactics. Adriana, I have finally come to tell you that this is my last time saying this, but your husband is all mine. I know that last time I asked you for your husband's name, right? And I know that I didn't make any mistakes about who he really is. Well, it did take me a little time to do my research, but I even found out that he will be making $1.2 million this year. So you really must be pretty afraid of letting go of him now, huh? A salary of $1.2 million next year? I'm still a little lost on who you're talking about this time. James? Really? Well, because you told me the name of your husband, I actually left that James guy and came after Leo instead. No, my husband does not make that kind of money in a year. Wait, are you saying he makes even more than that? Awesome! That's even better for me. That's really not what I meant by that. James was a great guy and all, but his older brother Leon, bringing in so much money, makes him way better. Leon? I made sure to change my target to him so that I'd be stealing your husband. Well, Abigail, that guy is also not my husband. Excuse me? Well, my husband is from Italy, and he has no brothers, and his name is just Leo. What? So I think you misheard me or something and took that for Leon. I guess I should have been a bit more forward that his name was just Leo and it wasn't just a nickname. Wait, huh? And because of the way you've been mistaking these men for my husband, I had to ask a high school friend about all of this. That James guy's wife is actually Adrian, and yes, she was going to the same high school as us, but she didn't come there until junior year and wasn't even in our class either. What? Adrian? She just moved back to her hometown 4 years ago and then 2 years later married James. What? I'm sure that you've been confused by that too, and so I have to ask, did you really mishear her name and think that you were looking for Adriana instead of Adrian? Because it's a stretch, but I can see how you got confused by our names. This was all based off of what my friend told me, but what do you think? Seems that things are starting to all come together now, huh? Well, when I heard that James's wife's name started with an A, I thought it was you again. I see. Well, I know that you didn't ask for me to tell you any of this, but just to be sure, my husband is actually from Italy and has been living in America for a while now. So that's why I was saying there's no way he'd have been invited to a class reunion here in the States. And there would definitely be no way that he'd know who you are and you him. Well, that doesn't matter. I'll start going after Leo for real now. What? Up until now, I've been holding back all this time, and it seems everyone has been making me feel stupid. And after stealing your ex-boyfriend back in the day, I have had the drive to come back and steal more from you. If I can't get your husband as my own, then I'll never be satisfied. Are you a freaking idiot, Abigail? What? Have you ever heard of the words court and settlement? What? Why are you bringing that all up? Well, the two guys that you've been messing with, James and Leon, well, both of them have wives right now. And so what? I don't care. It's not my fault that I'm the most sexy and amazing girl around that is able to get any guy she wants to like her and sleep with her. But that has nothing to do with what I'm saying. What? Even if you are able to get either Leon or James to be with you, it doesn't change the fact that you go around stealing different men from their wives, which makes you the worst of the worst when it comes to women. I mean, you even just bragged about sleeping around with different men that you stole away from their own family. And, well, I'm just saying that you are worse than a woman, even worse than most witches and crap. What are you getting at? I think you're in the position to receive a whole lot of complaints from a lot of women, and soon to follow a whole lot of settlements that you'll have to pay up. Listen, what you've been doing recently has been a whole lot of really bad crap. And what's even worse is both of those men were mistakes while you were trying to find my husband. You really are a dunce, Abigail. And that's really all you are. What's this all about? You're just pissed because the girl that stole your man years ago is back for more and you can't stop her. I told you before that I'm not upset about you having the ability to take other people's partners, especially over the stuff that happened then. I'm more just troubled by the fact that you think this is all okay and that now you're going after married couples like that's the same as just stealing an unmarried couple's man. You need to shut up a little. All this talk about me being in the wrong is really going to rile me up. Are you serious? I just told you all of these things, and yet you still don't see how deep of a hole you dug yourself? Me? I'm in no hole. You literally just had an affair with 2 married men. If their wives find out, you will be screwed by a lot of settlements. You have to understand that that's not a good thing, right? Oh, I see. Well, those two wealthy men will already be there, ready to pay for whatever I owe. No, I don't think so. I think that those two have already lost their jobs and the money they said they'd be making. Huh? They were fired? Well, I heard that both Leon and James were working for Adrian's father's company. But he will find out about the two of them cheating with you, so... He will? Yeah, well, he already has, actually. I told you that I'd be telling all of them about this, didn't I? Well, I told both of their wives just a second ago while we've been texting. You're kidding. And we even started talking about how the two of them were about to open their own businesses linked to the company the dad owns. But since you were so focused on trying to steal my husband, you didn't stop to think about the harm that all of your stupid games caused for everyone. Stupid games? I guess it was also those husbands' faults as well for going out with you, so maybe this was all just a little too unstable to begin with, their relationships. But maybe they'll come marry you after having lost everything. But that would mean you'd have to choose between one or the other. Right now, I am coming over to your house. Huh? Right now? You told me that your husband Leo is a foreigner, right? That'll be even better than either of those two jobless losers. So I'm coming over to your place right now to steal that man of yours. So tell me your address. Do you need to go see a doctor or something? I swear there is something seriously wrong with your brain right now. What? Well, even if you did have my address somehow, I'm not even in America at the moment. About a year ago, Leo had finished his business agreement working for a company over here in the US, but since that ended, we both moved back over to his hometown in Italy. Italy? And so, now that you'll be all caught up in the court system trying to pay off all of those soon-to-be-made settlements, I doubt you'll have the time or money to make your way over here. How much will those settlements be, you think? Well, at least over $100,000 total, and that's if they go easy on you. $100,000? Did you seriously not think about how much people can ask for when going against the person that ruined their relationship? I just thought 300 or 400 or so. Man, you were way off, huh? Well, this is all what you asked for by going after two brothers that worked together under the company of their wife's husband. But then they shouldn't need this kind of money from me, and I don't have nearly enough. Well, that's not going to be my problem now, is it? And to think you were so confident in your skills of being able to steal other women's husbands that this simple punishment for those crimes went right over your head. But soon you'll understand just how many people you hurt and what's been coming for you for a long time now. Not long after our talk, both of the brothers reached out to her, and this time they weren't holding back. They told her flat out she had ruined them. Their careers were in shambles, their reputations destroyed, and the worst part, their wives had found out about everything. It wasn't just angry words or accusations anymore, it was real, and the fury that came next, well, let's just say Adriana was nowhere near prepared for it. Each wife ended up hiring a lawyer, and soon enough, Abigail began receiving notice after notice about the court actions being taken against her. The first round of settlements was brutal, between defamation claims, emotional distress lawsuits, and even financial damages from the broken marriages. She was already in a deep financial hole. But the story didn't end there. Oh no, not even close. Once everything started surfacing, more skeletons came crashing out of Abigail's closet. After the initial court hearings and the settlements were finalized, word got out. That's when it really blew up. Apparently there were 3 other men, yes, 3, who came forward with almost identical stories. Affairs, lies, manipulation, even attempts to get them to leave their wives under the same false promises. Each of those men's wives filed their own lawsuits as well. Suddenly, what started as 2 ruined marriages turned into a statewide scandal. The local news picked up on it, then the regional outlets. Before long, there were articles online about her, calling her the husband collector and other things I won't even repeat here. When the news made it to me, I could hardly believe what I was hearing. I'd known she was trouble, but I didn't realize the scale of the damage she'd caused over the years. It's wild to think she'd been going around doing this for so long and nobody had ever stopped her. Until now. In the end, the combined total of all the settlements and legal fees practically buried her alive. She owed more than most people make in a decade, and unless she somehow wins the lottery or invents a cure for some rare disease, I don't think she'll ever be able to escape that financial hell she created for herself. And honestly, I don't even know what to say anymore. It's insane just how far she took things. She didn't just wreck her own life, she brought chaos and heartbreak to so many other people, and for what? Attention? A power trip? Some sick thrill from stealing men who were already taken? I'll never understand what goes on in the mind of someone who treats other people's lives like pieces in some twisted game. I still remember how smug she was when she tried to flaunt her affair with my husband in front of me, like she was proud of it. She wore it like a badge of honor, and now I wonder how she feels waking up every morning knowing her face is attached to headlines, lawsuits, and ruined reputations. It's poetic, in a dark kind of way. And as much as I try not to dwell on it, sometimes those memories come back to me, and I shake my head wondering how someone could fall so far and still keep digging. But at the end of the day, there's no point in obsessing over her mindset. Even if I understood what made her tick, it wouldn't erase the damage she caused. I just hope that somewhere along the line, reality sank in. Maybe all those court losses taught her something, maybe not. But if nothing else, I hope her downfall sends a clear message to any man foolish enough to cross paths with her in the future. As for those two poor brothers, yeah, it's a mess. It's honestly ridiculous how things even got to that point, all because one of their wives shared a first initial with me, and the other husband had a name kind of like mine. Adriana claimed it was all a misunderstanding, like she meant to seduce me and accidentally got the wrong guy. What kind of excuse is that? It's laughable, really. And now, they're both unemployed, both divorced, and both have pretty much lost everything that mattered to them. Their wives want nothing to do with them, and who could blame them? I can only imagine how furious their parents must be. Two grown sons brought down by the same manipulative woman, all because they let their guard down and forgot what loyalty meant. Whether they'll recover or not, I have no idea. But something tells me it won't be easy, and they're going to carry the weight of this disaster with them for a very long time. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
You know, I was wondering if you were still alive, considering how you've always been a bit thick-skinned. So how have things been going for you, Sally? Oh, it's you. Well, I see you're still up to your usual tricks. Well, I've been living on my own for the past 8 years, ever since I left home, in a way that's, well, let's just say it's not exactly the most luxurious life. Is that so? You seem to be enjoying yourself, though, from the way you talk down to me. I'm not poor, you know. And by the way, I figured out where you're living now. Oh, really? I didn't realize you'd become so observant. You were seen leaving your apartment with some man. It was such a surprise. When was this? About 2 months ago, I think. What? Well, I guess I'll have to start looking for a new place then. Oh, I see. But I bet you don't have the money to just up and move like that, do you? Actually, I do. I've been saving up for just such a situation. You might be surprised, but I've planned ahead. Well, of course you would. But honestly, I'm not interested in your little plans. Let's just get to the point, shall we? Fine, fine. You seem to think I'm the same as before, but things have changed. I'm not the same girl who left home all those years ago. I'm not the one who was left behind to deal with all the drama. What are you talking about? You know exactly what I mean. Ever since I was little, everything was always about you. Mom and Dad always favored you. You were always the pretty one, the one who could have anything, and I was just left in your shadow. Oh, come on. You've always had things easy. It's not like you were neglected. No, I wasn't neglected, but I wasn't treated the same either. You were always the one who got everything, and when you didn't get something, you took it from me. I had to work hard for everything. I could barely finish high school without the help of one of my uncles. Oh, so now you're blaming me for everything? Of course I blame you. You were always the one who got the attention, and that's why I left. The moment I graduated from high school, I couldn't stand living under the same roof as you and Mom and Dad anymore. Oh, so that's it, huh? You couldn't handle the fact that I was loved more than you, so you ran away. Exactly. I didn't want to live in a place where everything was about you. I wanted to live for myself. And now I've built a life for myself, one that doesn't depend on anyone else. So what now? Why are you wanting to talk to me again? Well, the real reason I'm contacting you, Kevin, the one you know so well. He's mine now. What are you talking about? You didn't take him from me. Oh, but I did. He's with me now, and as far as I'm concerned, he's mine. No way. Oh, yes, it's true. You had your chance, but now he's with me, so you can move out of your place and go wherever you want for all I care. You are unbelievable. You took him from me, and now you think I'm just supposed to let you have everything? Well, it doesn't really matter now. What's done is done. I'm going to enjoy my time with him. And you can go back to your miserable life just like before. That's not fair. You always think you can just take whatever you want, and now you've gone too far. Oh, please. I'm not the one who was always handed everything on a silver platter, am I? You never even appreciated what you had. You're wrong. You think you're better than me, but you don't understand what it's like to lose everything. Well, maybe you'll understand soon. As for me, I am happy with how things turned out. So good luck with your next move. You know what? I'll make sure you regret this. Don't bother. You've already lost. What is it? I have a wonderful announcement. Another one of your wonderful announcements, huh? The last few were not so great, to be honest. Oh, don't be like that. This one's really good news. Right. Okay, well, what's the news? I am pregnant with Kevin's child. Wait, what? You're pregnant with Kevin's baby? Well, yes. Surprised? Of course I'm surprised. This is a lot to take in. It's true. We've been together for a while, and now we're expecting. It's all happening so fast, but I couldn't be happier. I don't know what to say. Wait, so you've already gotten married? Yeah, we got married not long ago. It was right after Kevin's family went through a rough time, so we waited for the mourning period to pass, and then we got things sorted. I'm actually in my 3rd trimester now. 3rd trimester? That's so soon. I know, right? It's all been a whirlwind, but I'm really happy about it. Kevin is going to be such a great dad. I know it. I see. I guess you're really excited, huh? Of course, I'm thrilled. But you look like you have a lot to say. It's just, I never thought I'd see the day where you'd be the one having a baby with Kevin. Well, I did, didn't I? It's not like I'm going to let a high-spec, handsome guy like Kevin slip through my fingers. Oh, you think he's that great? Well, yeah, I mean, have you seen him? He's perfect. Smart, successful, and good-looking. Who wouldn't want someone like that? Maybe. But you're acting like he's some kind of top-tier prize. He's a good guy, but there's more to it than just his looks and status. Oh, so now you're going to downplay him? I'm not downplaying him, but you have to admit there's a lot more to a person than just their outward appearance or job, don't you think? Well, whatever. Anyway, I'm happy with my choice. But you do know that Kevin has been doing really well for himself. He's been making a lot of money with his app development business. Wait, hold on a second. What are you talking about? Kevin has been making money with apps? Yeah, he's been doing great. He's earned a good amount. In fact, he's making about $180,000 a year now. 180,000? Where did that number come from? I thought Kevin himself told me he only made about 1,500. Oh, no. He was talking about his monthly income. If you multiply that by 12 months, that's where the 180,000 comes from. Correct, and if you multiply that by 12 months, you only end up with 18,000, not 180,000. Wait, hold on. So you're telling me that his yearly income is only $18,000? Yeah, exactly. That's right. But he told me he was making $180,000 a year. Well, then maybe you misheard or misread what he told you? That can't be right. He's been working on smartphone apps and making a lot of progress. I mean, he's not doing bad at all. But that's strange. Are you sure about that? Of course I'm sure. Kevin has been making some decent money. Well, then I guess there's a little misunderstanding about his income. So you're really telling me his total annual earnings are around $180,000, right? Well, yes, that's the truth. Well, you might want to check with him again on that because I'm pretty sure he only makes $1,500 a year. Wait a second, didn't he live in a high-rise apartment building? I've seen him in that kind of place before. Oh, that? Well, he didn't live there. I was actually the one renting that apartment. You know. He didn't live in that apartment. I just let him stay there because I could afford it. Wow, that's surprising. You've really been keeping a lot from me. Well, you know how it is. Kevin didn't want to let everyone know the real situation, but yeah, I've been the one covering the expenses for that apartment. That's just so confusing. So you're telling me that he's not actually making the money he claims to? Well, yeah, he's got some debts, too. When we broke up, he had about $3,000 in debt. I realized he was trying to get me to take on that debt, so I ended it with him. Wait, what? He was trying to put his debt on you? Yeah, he was. That's part of the reason I left him. I can't believe this. I never knew any of this about him. It's true, and I know you're probably feeling a little shocked, but that's how things went down. I don't know what to say. But if you're really happy with your situation now, I guess that's all that matters. Yeah, I'm happy now, and besides, I'm going to be a mom soon too, so I'm not going to worry about how much money he's making because I'm heard from Kevin. I haven't been able to get in touch with him. Oh, really? That's strange. I even went to Kevin's parents' house, but no one is there. I don't know where he's gone. Could it be he's avoiding meeting both families after finding out we're having a baby? Wait, what? Are you telling me that Kevin hasn't even visited both families for introductions yet? That doesn't make sense. Well, he did say his family is in mourning right now. They're grieving, so it's not the right time for introductions. But once the mourning period ends, he said he'd take me to meet his parents. That's odd. I've never heard anything about a loss in Kevin's family before, though. Maybe he just didn't mention it to you? Or maybe he hasn't been fully honest with you? I've never heard him talk about it, but honestly, the whole situation feels weird. It's almost like he's avoiding something. What do you mean by avoiding? Are you implying that Kevin's running away from this whole situation? Well, it's hard to ignore that he's not exactly acting like someone who's ready to settle down with you. And on top of that, I'm starting to wonder if he's even the father of the baby. What? Are you suggesting that I might be wrong about him being the father? Well, that's a bit much, don't you think? I just have my doubts. I mean, you've been with Kevin for about 5 months, but this whole thing feels rushed. And when I look at everything that's been going on, I wonder about the truth behind it all. It's kind of terrifying the way you're talking, like you're just assuming Kevin's running away from me. Honestly, I think that's exactly what's happening. I wouldn't be surprised if he's not ready to deal with everything right now. You're seriously questioning whether Kevin's the father of this baby? What about you? You don't seem to be very sure about your own situation either. Look, I'm about to have a baby, and this whole thing is getting complicated, but I have to deal with it. I can't just run away from the situation. Well, I can't say I'm not worried myself, but you really need to figure out where you stand, especially since you're dealing with this all by yourself. By the way, where are you living right now? I need to know because I plan to have my baby there. Wait, what? You want to have the baby at my place? Well, yeah, I need your address. You're the only one I can rely on right now. But I'm living abroad right now. After I broke up with Kevin, I started dating someone else. Not long after, he got a job overseas and proposed to me, so I decided to go with him. You're moving abroad? Seriously? Yes, my job is flexible enough to work from anywhere. And since he's gone, I'm going with him. I'll make it work. That's so sudden. You're leaving and moving on with your life like this? I know. It seems fast, but he's a great guy, and I'm happy with the decision. I never thought it would turn out this way. Wow, I can't believe you're moving on so quickly, especially after everything with Kevin. And here I am, struggling with my situation. How is it that you're happy while I'm stuck here with all this uncertainty? Well, sometimes life just works out differently than we expect. But don't worry, you'll figure it out too. I know things are tough right now, but I'm here for you. I guess. It just feels like everything's falling apart while you're out there living your life. I understand, but life doesn't always go as planned. We just have to roll with it and keep moving with what she had, always seeking something more. More attention, more affection, more possessions. It was part of her nature, a trait that made her both loved and frustratingly unpredictable. But this time, the things she wanted weren't just material possessions. She wanted something that no one could give her without consequences. She wanted things that went beyond the realm of what was acceptable, and that desire led her down a path that she couldn't turn back from. She'd always been impulsive, quick to act on her desires without considering the aftermath, but this time, the cost was so much higher than I think she ever anticipated. Her choices had caught up with her in ways that I could never have imagined, and the consequences of those choices were devastating, not just for her, but for the entire family. The toll it took on everyone was immeasurable, and even now, I'm not sure if she truly grasps the weight of what she's done. I found out that before she started dating Kevin, she had been involved with a married man, and not just casually involved. She'd been carrying on an affair with him up until the day before she and Kevin began their relationship. The timing of it all was so staggeringly bad, so incredibly thoughtless, that it made everything else seem like a small mistake by comparison. But it wasn't just a bad decision, it was a series of choices, each one leading to the next until the situation spiraled out of control. The man she had been seeing wasn't just any man. He was married, with a family. And the worst part? She was carrying his child. The father of her unborn child was the very man who had a wife and children of his own. As if that wasn't enough, once his wife discovered the affair and found out about the pregnancy, she went straight to a lawyer, filing a lawsuit for damages. By the time my sister entered her final trimester, the legal papers were already being served. The timing was impeccable, so perfect that it seemed almost like it had been planned, like everything had been orchestrated from the start. It didn't take long for my parents to find out, and the news hit them like a freight train. They were in complete and utter shock, unable to comprehend what was happening. The reality of it all settled over them like a heavy fog, and I could tell it was taking a toll on them, emotionally, physically, even mentally. My mother, who had always been the pillar of strength in our family, became withdrawn and pale, almost as if the weight of the situation had physically drained the life out of her. My father, usually so composed, spent his nights pacing the house, talking in circles, unable to process the gravity of it all. In the midst of all this chaos, my sister gave birth. The birth of her child was, I suppose, a bittersweet moment. While there was joy in the fact that she had brought a new life into the world, there was also an overwhelming sense of guilt that loomed over everything. I can't imagine what it must have been like for her, holding her newborn baby while knowing the circumstances surrounding its arrival were anything but conventional. There was no joy in that birth for anyone other than the child, who was, through no fault of his own, caught in the middle of a disaster. And yet, even after everything, my sister didn't seem to grasp the full weight of her actions. Instead of staying home to care for her child, she handed the baby to our parents and went straight to work. She picked up multiple jobs, working herself into the ground, all in an attempt to escape the mess she had created. It wasn't just about the money, although that was certainly part of it. It was about the distance. She needed to get away from the stares, the whispered conversations, the judgment. She needed to feel like she was doing something, anything, to get herself out of the hole she had dug for herself. But no matter how hard she worked, it was never enough to erase the past. She couldn't outrun her mistakes no matter how many jobs she took on or how many hours she worked. There was only one time when our parents reached out to me, and it wasn't for support. It was to ask me for money. They needed help paying for some of the legal fees and other expenses that had piled up. I won't lie. It hurt. It hurt because, for once, I wasn't sure what to do. I had always been the one who supported the family, who stepped in when things got tough, but this time, I couldn't help. I couldn't support my sister, not after everything she had done. I refused. I made it clear that I wasn't going to be a part of this anymore. I had no obligation to bail her out of the mess she had created. I told them that I couldn't keep enabling her. It wasn't easy, and I know it hurt my parents, but it was something that had to be done. It was the moment I finally drew a line in the sand and said, no more. I severed ties with her, with the whole situation. It wasn't out of malice, it was just the hard truth. I couldn't be a part of it anymore. That was the last time I spoke to my sister. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Chris, I need to talk to you. There's something that's been on my mind for a while, and I really want to discuss it with you.
Oh, Rosa, I've already asked you multiple times about this, but could you please stop calling me by my first name? It's really starting to cause some trouble, especially at work. People have started noticing, and it's becoming a bit awkward. I really don't want to make things uncomfortable for anyone, especially since we work so closely together.
You're so why, aren't you? But, I really want to call you by your first name. You're my subordinate here, but I think it would be a good way to bridge the distance between us. I'm your superior, and I'd really appreciate it if you could just accept it. It's a small thing, don't you think? I really doubt that anyone is going to care about me being a bit closer to you.
Isn't that a bit of an abuse of power? I mean, we're colleagues first and foremost. Shouldn't there be a certain professional boundary? You have to admit it feels like you're overstepping just a little bit.
Actually, there's something I've been thinking about. I think you should call me by my first name, too. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? We'd seem even closer, like we were on more equal footing. I mean, we're adults, right? Plus, if you do it, we could be more open, more relaxed with each other. It would make it seem like we've got a really strong working relationship. It's kind of an advantage, don't you think?
Please, don't do that. I really can't afford any rumors getting out. If people start talking, I'll be in serious trouble. I've worked hard to establish my professional reputation, and I don't want anything to mess that up. You know how sensitive things can get at the office?
Oh, I understand. I won't push it then. But I want you to know that I'm doing this out of kindness. I'm being generous, just letting it go for now. You can thank me later. I'm very accommodating, aren't I?
Right, yes, I appreciate it. I know you mean well, but this is just a bit tricky for me.
Oh, that reminds me of something. There's something I've been meaning to ask you for a while now.
Huh? What's that?
Well, I've been dying to ask you about something. It's been bugging me for some time, and I can't hold it in anymore. I'm sorry if this seems a bit sudden, but I've been curious.
Something you want to ask me? I don't really know what this is about.
Yes, you do. I know you've been trying to keep it under wraps, but I've got a pretty good sense of what's been going on. I'm not blind, you know.
What do you mean? I don't understand what you're talking about.
Oh, come on, don't pretend like you don't know. It's clear as day. You don't need to keep hiding it from me. I've already figured it out, so there's no point in keeping up the act anymore.
I'm sorry, I really don't understand. Could you just tell me what you're talking about?
Oh, you're really making me spell it out for you? Why do you always do this? You know you're really difficult sometimes.
Rosa, I really don't know what you're referring to. Can you just tell me?
Wait, seriously? You really don't know what I'm talking about? I thought you were smarter than this. Okay, fine, I'll give you a hint, but you really should have figured it out by now.
A hint? All right, go ahead, I'm listening.
Your friend, Robert, the one who sits next to you at work, right? He's been your friend for years, even before you started at the company. You know him well, don't you?
Yes, that's true. Robert and I go way back, but what does this have to do with anything? Did Robert say something? Did he do something I should know about?
Well, he's got quite a reputation for gossiping, doesn't he? You know how he is, always talking about other people behind their backs. The other day I overheard him talking to someone about you. It was about something important. Something personal. I wasn't particularly fond of him before, but After hearing that conversation, I felt like I should at least thank him for letting me in on the secret. If he hadn't said anything, I would still be in the dark, so I guess for once I owe him a little gratitude.
I don't know what you're talking about. I really don't.
Oh, you're really making me work for it, aren't you? You're being so dense. All right, let me jog your memory. Think really hard. Robert, that guy who sits next to you, you told him something pretty significant recently. You should remember.
Wait, are you talking about the engagement? The thing with my partner?
Yes, that's exactly it. You're getting married. You've been keeping it a secret from me, but honestly, I'm not surprised. Everyone else seems to know about it now, thanks to Robert.
Well, yes, it's true that I'm getting married. I've already told some of my friends about it, but what's the issue? Why are you so worked up about this?
You wanted to keep it a surprise, didn't you? But you know, I really think things like this should be discussed between the two of us first, not just broadcasted to everyone. It's a huge step, and it's something you should have shared with me before telling everyone else. I mean, I get that you're excited, but proposing is a pretty big deal. You haven't even done that yet, and here you are telling Robert about it like it's already done.
Excuse me, I don't see the problem here.
Problem is that you didn't even tell me, the one involved in this, before sharing it with everyone else. You just assumed it was okay to tell other people first. That's what's wrong. You should have come to me first. I mean, we've been through so much together, and I thought we had a better understanding than this.
Wait, why would I need to tell you first? Why is this such a big deal to you?
Well, I thought it was obvious. Of course I'll say yes when the time comes. I'm thrilled. I heard Robert say something about getting a promotion through some sort of power move, but don't worry, I'll make sure your dad knows about everything too. He'll be in the loop.
I'm sorry, but I still don't understand what you're saying.
It's simple. I'm saying that we should be looking at wedding venues already. We need to start planning the details.
I think there's been some serious misunderstanding here. I'm not marrying you, Rosa.
Wait, what? What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? You've got to be kidding me. How did you misunderstand all of this?
I don't know what's going on right now. Are you saying you and I aren't a couple?
No, Rosa, I've been with someone else. We've been together since college, and yes, we're getting married. I thought you knew this.
Oh, come on, stop with the jokes. You can't be serious. You may not have taken me out on dates or called me by my name, but there was always something. There was always something between us. I know it. You might not admit it, but it's there.
So now you're telling me that everything that's happened between us somehow means we're together? It's completely ridiculous. I didn't do anything to make you think that. What exactly did you misunderstand? What part of our interactions made you believe we were a couple?
Well, I mean, when you greeted me with a smile at work, when you praised me for my work, when you were so kind and attentive to me. How could I not think there was something there? You were always so considerate.
And that's where you're wrong. Do you really think I would give you special treatment because I have romantic feelings for you? You're my boss, Rosa. I've been nothing but professional. There's no room for misinterpretation. It's just basic courtesy at work, nothing more.
Oh, please, don't try to brush it off so easily. I'm not a fool. You even told me you liked me when I asked. Don't you remember that?
You're confusing things. All I said was yes when you asked if I liked you. But that was just a polite response. It wasn't an admission of any deep feelings for you. There was nothing more to it than that. I didn't deny it because there was no point in doing so. But honestly, I didn't mean it the way you took it.
Why do you have to be so cruel about it now? You're making me feel like an idiot for even believing in the possibility. How can you just throw away everything like that?
I'm not being cruel, Rosa. I'm just being honest. The truth is hard, but it's the truth. You've built this whole fantasy in your head, and I don't think it's fair to either of us to pretend that it was anything more than a professional relationship.
But I thought there was more to it. When you were talking about promotions and power, I thought that you were talking about us. I thought I was special to you, that me getting married to you would give me some kind of advantage because of your father's position. Wasn't that your plan?
You really think I would use a relationship like that to get ahead? If I were going to use someone to climb the ladder, it wouldn't be you, Rosa. It's not about power or using connections. And you're mistaken if you thought this had anything to do with your father's influence in the company. I have no interest in manipulating my way through life like that.
But you said to Robert that you were using connections for a promotion. I thought you meant you were talking about me and about how my father could help you move up. That was the whole reason behind everything, wasn't it?
No, you've got it all wrong. What I said to Robert was about the fact that I won't use anyone for promotion. Your father's position doesn't affect my choices. It's a simple truth. If you'd really listened, you'd know that I said it's not about your family's influence at all. This is something personal that I'm doing on my own merit.
Then, what's going on? What are you saying? Are you trying to tell me that we're not connected in any way? That you and I have nothing at all?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. You're reading far too much into all of this. My relationship with you is professional. I'm focused on my work, and that's all there is to it. I'm sorry you misunderstood, but that's the truth.
No, this isn't possible. You can't just act like this doesn't matter. You can't make me feel like this was all in my head when you played along with it. When you told me things like you liked me, when you treated me differently from others, and now you're pretending it was all nothing.
You've got it wrong, Rosa. I never led you on. I never promised anything. I treated you well, yes, but that was as a colleague. Don't make it into something more than it is. I thought we were clear about this, but it seems I didn't communicate properly. I'm sorry you felt led on, but that was never my intention.
You never intended to lead me on, but your actions did lead me on. When you said those things, when you told me that you liked me, I took them at face value. I trusted you.
I understand how you might have interpreted things that way, but I swear to you it wasn't intentional. I never wanted you to feel like this. If I had known you felt this way, I would have been more careful. But the way you've taken everything and blown it out of proportion is unfair to me, too.
I don't know what to say to you now. All this time, I thought you were the one for me. I thought I had a chance, that this could work. But now I am nothing more than just another colleague to you. You never saw me as anything else, did you?
I didn't think of you like that, no. I didn't look at you through any lens other than as a coworker. I treated you the same way I treat anyone else at work. The feelings you've developed are your own, but I never encouraged them. You misread the signals, and now we're in this situation.
I don't know if I can accept that. You have hurt me more than you know. I thought you were someone I could rely on, someone who would understand me. But instead, you've turned this into a professional obligation, and it's like nothing we had matters anymore. You really have no feelings for me, do you?
I don't want to hurt you, Rosa, but the truth is that I don't feel for you in the way you want me to. We both need to move forward and focus on what we need to do in this office. Let's leave this behind us for the sake of both of us. We can't keep pretending that there was something here when there wasn't. You need to face the facts.
I don't know how I can face the facts. All I wanted was to matter to you. I wanted us to be something real. But now it's like everything was just a lie.
It wasn't a lie. It was a misunderstanding. We were colleagues. We had a working relationship and nothing more than that. I'm sorry if you thought otherwise, but that's the truth. And for both of us, it's time to let it go.
So that's it? You're just going to walk away from this like it was nothing?
I'm not walking away from anything, but I can't keep pretending. You need to understand that this wasn't anything more than what it was. And I need to focus on my work as I always have.
I don't think I'll ever be able to forgive you for this. Not after everything you've done. I don't know how to move on, but I guess I'll have to. You've made it clear there's no room for me in your life.
I never meant for you to get hurt, but this isn't something I can change. It's time for both of us to move on for our sake and the sake of the work we do here. I'm sorry it's come to this. After that, She was fired and transferred to a regional department far from the main office. The shift in power was dramatic, and it was clear that her influence had finally been curbed. At this point, there was no way she could continue to harass anyone. Her hold over the office had been completely dismantled. While no one openly expressed their relief, it was obvious to everyone that a weight had been lifted. Robert, along with the others who had supported the efforts to bring the situation to an end, kept their joy quiet, but their satisfaction was clear. They had been dealing with this for far too long, and the frustration that had been building up in all of them was now dissipating. She had used her position of power, particularly her relationship with the vice president, to let her daughter behave however she wanted, which had disrupted the workplace for a considerable amount of time. It was also rumored that her actions had influenced her own salary and that of the vice president significantly, although those details weren't widely discussed. Still, the general feeling was that there had been some sort of unwarranted benefit for both of them, which only added to the resentment within the office. With her departure, the workplace seemed to breathe easier. The tension that had been so pervasive was now gone. The environment began to feel more calm and cooperative. People didn't have to worry about arbitrary favoritism or underhanded tactics interfering with their work. It felt like the first step toward restoring fairness, and that alone was enough to lift everyone's spirits. As for me, well, my personal life had changed and I had gotten married, but at work everything was still much the same. There were no sudden promotions or dramatic shifts in my career, but I wasn't surprised by that. I had made peace with the idea that progress would take time. For the time being, I remained focused on doing my job well and improving where I could. It was clear, though, that the path to promotion now had fewer distractions, and I would have to climb on my own merits. The reality of corporate life had set in. No more relying on personal connections or shortcuts. It was all about proving yourself and continuing to develop. It had always been like this, but the events with her had highlighted just how important it was to rely on my own skills, hard work, and determination. It wasn't enough to just show up or be involved anymore. I had to earn my place. This realization was both sobering and motivating. I knew that while there were challenges ahead, this was the moment to focus more on personal growth than ever before. The temptation to use my position or any personal connections was there, but I knew I had to resist. I had to build my reputation based on the quality of my work. The company was shifting toward a more balanced and fair environment, and I wanted to be part of that change. It wasn't going to be easy, but I was committed to making it work. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.